Hello, you are watching CNC English News on Top Story. Please welcome with our headline. Some lecture inform all investors to work hard to strengthen their competitiveness, while the royal government strives to be more active in addressing the challenges. Cambodian Defense Minister pledges further commitments to peacekeeping operations. Government creates sectoral groups. Samdech Akek Mohasena Pradekcho Hun Sen informed all investors to work hard to strengthen their competitiveness, while the royal government strives to be more active in addressing the challenges. Samdech Hun Sen informed all investors to work hard to strengthen their competitiveness, while the royal government strives to be more active in addressing the challenges. Samdech Hun Sen, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, at the 18th Government Private Sector Forum at the Peace Palace, said that all investors must make efforts to strengthen their competitiveness, strengthen cooperation governance, fulfill all the duties, including taxes and tax on duties, comply with the regulation, while the government has been actively addressing challenges for the growth of the private sector. For more effective performance, Samdech Hun Sen and the same sport decided to hold the forum once a year. If it's necessary, there could be 2 meetings a year. Samdech also appreciated all parties, both in the royal government and private sector representatives, who continue their fine tradition of close collaboration to find solutions and become a good companion and fulfillment to each other for the common goal of the creating better conditions for investment and business activity in Cambodia. Prime Minister Hun Sen orders Commerce Minister to consider complaints to the WTO on EU tax on rice. Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen orders Commerce Minister Pan Sosat to consider unfulfilling complaints toward trade organization regarding EU tax imposition on Cambodian rice, speaking at the 18th Royal Government Private Sector Forum held on Friday. The order was made following the request from Cambodian Rice Federation, that's called COF. COF requested for complaints to the WTO. The tax imposition as a violation against Cambodia, stated that the Premier. The European Union has begun to import tax on rice of Cambodia and Myanmar, which are exported to 28 EU member states for a period of 3 years from 18 January 2019 to 2021. The tax will cost Cambodia €175 per ton in the first year and €150 in the second year, and the third year is €125. In the 2018, Cambodia exported nearly around 300,000 tons of rice to Europe, an equivalent to 43% of the total export volume of 327,000 tons. Commerce Export claimed that Cambodia is likely to lose about $50 million per annum. The Ministry of Commerce said that the EU decision on 17 January 2019 did not fully reflect international trade rules, technical standards, true and good relations and cooperation between Cambodia and EU. EU decision will measure Cambodian farmers and families in debt of credit in institutions. And the third one, government creates sectoral groups. Ahead of the annual meeting between the two, government has announced the creation of the 13 group to work in partnership with the private sector. According to a 13-page document released on Thursday, Prime Minister Hun Sen that signed off on the creation of the working group, known as Sectoral Working Group, for being to discussion about the partner with private sectors. Almost all 13 working groups are led by the head of the ministry responsible for each sector, and each has more than 20 government officials as members. For example, the Working Group for Manufacturing Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises and Services is led by the Minister of Industry and Handicrafts, John Brasset. Another, the Working Group for Legislation, Tax and Governance, is led by Minister of Economy and Finance, Ompon Manirot. On 13 has Sokchendra Sophia, Minister attached to the Prime Minister and Secretary General of the Council for Development of Cambodia as its deputy. The document did not detail the tasks each group should fulfill. Cambodian Defense Minister pledges further commitments to peacekeeping operations. Cameroon Defense Minister Tirpang pledges further commitment to peacekeeping operation under the United Nations framework, speaking in a bilateral meeting with Jean-Pierre Lacroix, UN Under-Secretary General for Peacekeeping Operations. Cameroon has prepared 3 forces to peacekeeping mission, including the Enduring Force, Mine Clearance, and Royal Gendarmerie, said Minister Tirpang. According to the minister, Cambodia has dispatched about 15 to 20% female peacekeepers. Women participation in both military and police is important in promoting communications and cement bond between people operating in the region, said Jean-Pierre Lacroix. Cambodia will not take back her peacekeeper from Mali. The kingdom spent about $15 million budget for purchase of more vehicles to protect the kingdom peacekeeping force to African Republic of Mali under United Nations framework. Prime Minister Hun Sen addressed late March at the graduation ceremony held at National Institute of Education in Phnom Penh. According to Korsal Malinder, spokeswoman of Cambodia National Center for Peacekeeping Forces and Explosive Remand of War Clearance, currently 813 Cambodian peacekeepers and 50 females are carried out UN peacekeeping mission in 5 countries. The United Nations is hosting the 2019 United Nations United Nations Peacekeeping Ministerial on Uniform Capability, Performance and Protection on 29 March 2019 at United Nations headquarters in New York. In that course, automating ministers are expected to highlight progress of the relevant commitment made by member states in the Declaration of Shared Commitment on United Nations Peacekeeping Operations. That's all for our top story today. Now we would like to say goodbye and thank you.